Hi guys, it's me, Lauren Gell, and welcome back to the channel. I am so happy that you're here hanging out with me. For today's video, I'm going over a belated project pan. And if you don't know what that is, basically I'm just using focus items for the month and then eventually going to be rotating them out for new items just to kind of really get the last minute items used up before the end of the year. So I'm changing up the YouTube channel a little bit. Let me just jump into that real quick because there's some business we need to get to. Okay, so first thing, I will no longer be doing the Ipsy unboxing and try-ons until further notice because I should be moving within at least the next 6 months. I don't want to bring in a bunch of new stuff and take the chance of not liking it or whatever. Right now I just want to, if I'm buying something, then it's going to be something that I have been wanting. I'm not going to take a chance on it with a subscription box. So I paused that. Doesn't mean I won't pick it up in the future because I do really enjoy those videos. But for now, we're nixing that and going to be switching that out for a series on the channel, which is my updated project pan. Now I will say, my project pan is also going to include my end of month empties. So everything I use up at the end of a month, beauty products only. I'm not going to share my normal hygiene things, toothpaste, stuff like that. I'm not sharing it with you. But if it's in shower stuff that I use, or it's stuff that I use makeup wise or whatever, skincare routine, then I will share that with you guys. So this video should have went up at the beginning of September, but I kept having video issues and the files just kept getting corrupted, for a lack of a better term. So here I am re-recording a third time, and hopefully this video will be a little bit shorter and I won't have as many issues. But theoretically, these videos should be going up the first week of the following month. So in this case, for the end of year monthly project pan, I don't plan on doing it every month. I think I'm going to do an update in November, and then at the beginning of November, and then the beginning of January, and kind of do it that way. There's not going to be a lot of progress this month, and I don't feel like you guys need to see it every month, me personally, unless there have been updates. So if I use up a product or something, then obviously I would feature that. But long story short, switching out the Ipsy unboxing for product use videos. And I didn't feel like the empties should have been a separate video from my project pan. I feel like they can kind of go hand in hand because I don't use up 15,000 products in a month like a lot of people, not a lot of people, but some people do. I use up maybe 10 to 15 if I'm lucky, or if I hit a good month. So I feel like I can kind of intertwine that with my project pan because it's out with the old, focusing what is current, and then eventually bringing in new. What was it? My Yes or Yikes series, where I talk about new makeup releases. Instead of that being the following month of when the product's released. So for example, the product's released in September. I'm not going to post that at the beginning of the following month. So I'm not going to post that at the beginning of October because that first week in October is going to be my empties video. So I'm going to move that up a week, and it's going to be the end of the month. So the end of September, which is how it should be. But keeping with the theme of who I am, I always talk about things or get into things after the fact. So it didn't really matter to me because those videos are really fun. Nonetheless, you're going to see some changes on the channel. Also, the last update, because my schedule is so inconsistent, I no longer work a regular 9 to 5. Now my hours are kind of whatever because I'm working retail until we move, and then I can hopefully find a marketing job as planned. So with that, I can't always guarantee that I will be uploading routinely. However, my plan is to promise a video a week, but I'm not going to have a specific date that it uploads. And I know for the algorithm, and setting a schedule with YouTube when you're first starting out is essential, but it's unrealistic with my schedule, my life schedule right now. And this is a hobby as of right now. It's not what pays my bills. So obviously this is going to have to come in second compared to where I get my money. So I hope that you're understanding. I will keep you updated in post when I do plan to upload. Long intro, just had to fill you all in. Life has been crazy. The reason I haven't posted in the last month is literally because I went from a full-time like 9-to-5 job to something completely different. Completely changed a lot of things, and it was very humbling nonetheless. So it was a mental roller coaster. So without further ado, let's dive into what we're here for, which is my very tiny project pan that I'll give you 2 updates for. And then moving into 2025, which is insane. I'm gonna be 26. I feel old. Moving into 2025, we'll figure out that routine. But nonetheless, here we are. Let's dive in. And you bet your bottom dollar, I forgot to say, hey, like, subscribe, and follow. So I'm gonna say that now. Like, subscribe, and follow if you're here. I appreciate it. Project pan. Very, very minimal. I think it's what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 products. And some of these are like freebies, basically. So let's dive in. I'm doing it old school where I wrote them on a notebook. Very, very niche. Anyways, so the first thing and the most fun thing is going to be my Natasha Denona Retro palette. Now, if you know me from socials, then you know I love this palette. This is my favorite Natasha Denona palette. But this always has a special place in my heart. This is the palette that truly made me fall in love with the midis and appreciate everything that comes in a 15-pan palette from Natasha Denona. You will see there is one pan. Pan meaning that you can see the literal pan of the eyeshadow. My goal to end the year is to hit 2 more pans. Specifically, I'm hoping on this shade and this shade. Now, this palette is not arranged in the original scheme. I did rearrange it to basically meet my needs. And I love the way that I rearranged it, so it makes sense in my head. But with that said, though these are not the original names for these shades are Nude Mauve now and Jube. Is that what it's called? I said Jube. That's definitely Jude. I don't know what Jube is, but whatever. Anyways, I think that it's pretty manageable. Looking at this pan and how deep it is, and then looking at these 2, they're not that far behind. So I just have to make sure that I'm using it in the months coming up. And I will say this is a palette I love using in the fall and winter, so it's going to be easy, which is why I put it in here. Technically, I was trying to do that all year long and definitely fell off of my original pan. This is my first project pan item. 2 pans out of the 15 in here. I think that's pretty easy. The next one is the Maracuja Juicy Glow highlighter pen situation from Tarte. It's one of those like clicky pins, and then the product doesn't go back down. But I love this. This is in Pearlescent Glow. Got this in a Ipsy once upon a time. I've had this for probably 2 years. One too long. But I absolutely love this highlighter, and I would repurchase this again. I'm not gonna lie. It's so easy. It's so easy to travel with, which is a big thing. And I have come to find that I don't care for liquid highlighters that much. I'm definitely like a cream stick girly when it comes to my highlighters. Though blush, I prefer liquid blush. It's really weird how your preferences are different per item. That's a tangent. Yeah, my goal with this is to finish it. Now, I don't know how much is left down in here. I couldn't imagine it's that much, but my goal is to eventually finish it. Now, that is not saying that I'm digging the rest of the product out, because if you don't know, components like this, there's usually, I don't know the name of it, but it's like a mold that the product sets in so it doesn't like fall out of its tube. So there's always more product left in the tube once you can't like twist up the product or click it up anymore. So my goal for finishing it this time around, or for the end of the year, is just to where I can't click it no more and get any more product. And then going into 2025, I will try and actually like use up every last bit. But for now, I just don't want to click it anymore. And like I said, I don't know how far in there that is. This isn't something I can really measure. Nonetheless, number 2. Product number 3 is my e.l.f. eyeliner. This is the No Budge Retractable Liner. I don't know why I said it like that. I love this. This is probably the best one at the drugstore, and it's like $4 or $5. So worth it. Now, I did an old school measurement. I took it on this piece of pepper. I don't know if you can see that, but this little nub is from the base of the component to the tip of the product. So this is how much I have left to do. That's a lot. This little nub is a lot for just doing your waterline and your lash line. And I will say this is also, side note, if you want to do like Halloween black lipstick, this is phenomenal as a lip liner. I'm not even lying. It doesn't move. So that's number 3. Number 4 is another liner, but it's a lip liner. This is from ColourPop. This is the Lippy Pencil in Oh Snap. This is my favorite kind of like cool tone, more neutral pinky lip liner. As you can tell, I've loved it. But this is very old ColourPop packaging, to the point that the new updated packaging looks like this, where it's monochromatic. I don't know how long I've had this, but I've had it for, again, a few years too many. I figured, hey, you're almost there. Now, this is something I will repurchase in a heartbeat. Love this lip liner. But I think it's just one of those things where it's like out with the old and with the new. Though this is not obviously the same liner. But I like that it's like, I like the monochromatic packaging. It's just super cute. So yeah, this is number 4. And I did not do a mark on my paper for this one, because it's very clear that when it's no longer, there's no more white, that it's going to be gone. So that's number 4. Number 5. This is, I guess, technically skincare, but I still put it on before any makeup. But this is my Murad Oil and Pore Control Mattifier Broad Spectrum SPF 45 PA++++. I don't know what the PA++++ is, but I do know that I've had this a little too long. I got this last, I think I got this the last time around for the 21 days of Ulta sale. So it's about a year old, which means that it's probably no longer good. But I'm not telling myself that. I'm not telling myself that because I want to use it up. Now, I have been using this more so in the morning, and I feel like I'm going to use it a lot more now. Not that this is a moisturizer. I don't think it technically is. Well, it says moisturize and protect. So it is like an oil controlling moisturizer with SPF in it. I do really like this. However, my skin's a little dry now, and I don't know what that's about, honestly. But I want to get this used up. And the only reason is I do really like this, and I would repurchase it again. But honestly, I want something cheaper. This is like 45, 50 bucks for a tube of this. And if it's sunscreen, I should be using it every day. The reason I haven't applied sunscreen every day is because this is expensive. Not that I bought it for the full price. I got this half off during the 21 days of Ulta sale last year, I think. No, I didn't get it for 21 days of Ulta. I got this like for 12 bucks through Ipsy. So God knows if it's actually any good anymore. But anyways, long story short, I want to get this used up. That is where it's marked off, a little over halfway. But again, I'm almost done with my daytime moisturizer. And once that's gone, I can solely focus on this, because I'm kind of like, I was project panning that before I decided to do like a legit project pan. And the reason is because I need to wear my sunscreen. But I am going to switch to a moisturizer with SPF in it. And the one that I just picked up, because I forgot, I didn't think this was a moisturizer. I thought this was just sunscreen. Should have read the packaging before I bought another one. But I got one from Naturium. I don't know the brand, but it was like 20 bucks off of Ulta, and it has SPF 50 in it, and it has really good reviews. So if I wind up loving that, I'm probably not going to buy this anymore. Because one, it has higher SPF in it. It moisturizes, and it's 30 bucks cheaper. So anyways, side note. That is number 5. Nope, number 6. Is my blush. Oh my god, I'm dropping things. Is my blush from KVD. And if you've been here a while, I don't know how you've been here a while. I literally started this channel this year. If you've been on my Instagram for a while, you'll know that when I first bought this, I was in love with it. And I've been in love with it for a few good years. And I've yet to hit pan. There's a small dip. I don't know if you're going to be able to see. You can kind of see it there. I don't know where the end of this is, but my goal is to hit pan on this because I love this blush. I'm nowhere near finishing it, but it would be such an accomplishment to say, this is a blush I've loved for years, and there's pan on it. Like, I want to show the love for this. And like, it's grimy, it's dingy, but you know what I mean? Like, I want the love that I have shown to it to be visible, but only I know that I've loved this for so long. But yeah, my goal on this is to just hit pan. That'd be great. Another blush that I'm throwing in is my ABH cream blush stick in Latte. I love this blush. This is such a pretty neutral pink. It's so flattering on fair skin. It's unbelievable. This is how much I have left. Just this nub. I literally just got it on my hand. And again, I did old school measurement. So this is where it's at. My goal is to get halfway through it. So if I can get it like right below, I don't know if you're gonna be able to say this. So if I can get it right below this line, then I will be happy. Because I love this blush. Again, the theme of this video is definitely, though I love you, I've had you too long and it might be time to let you go. But I won't. Anyways, so the goal is half on that. Nope, I was about to say the third thing. I can't count. It's 12 a.m. My Makeup of Mario. My Marc Jacobs bronzer. Now, if you know, like 2016 to not even 18, 14 to 16, maybe 17, Beauty, this was the best bronzer on the market. And I always got little minis of this, and I'd use them up. Use them. And then the brand went out of business and they were doing like a final sale. Bought myself the big one for like $25. I've had this since before COVID, I think, if I remember correctly, or right around COVID. It's been, this came with me from Kentucky. So 3 years almost, at least. And I had it well before that. A very, very expired. Doesn't really do anything to my cheeks. So I'm still using it. But long story short, my goal for this, oh, I just broke a piece. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ah, it's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. Ah, that's great. Well, counts towards my project pan. I just broke a piece. But I don't know if I can do this without that. Okay, it's just gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna move that into the mirror and we're gonna toss it. My goal is to hit side pan on this, which means I want to take the product and I want to eventually move to the edge of the pan. And you can see I've been working on it this way, but that piece literally just broke off. So now I could go like either way and hit the goal. I don't know if it's feasible by the end of the year because this is a pigmented bronzer and I've had to repress it a couple times. I'm not gonna lie. The fact that it's lived this long is insane. My goal is to hit one of the sides of the pan in here. And now I need to clean off the bronzer. Okay, and the final thing, which is a gimme product, which just means that it's going to be such an easy thing to accomplish this month. You're gonna laugh at me when I show you this, and I debated not even showing you this and just finishing it on the side. But I'm gonna be real with you. I threw this in here as a good start to the project pan. And this is the Squeeze Me Lip Balm from e.l.f. This is in grape. I don't like grape stuff, but this was not that bad. This lip balm is really nice. And I definitely would pick this up again. But you can see I have the tiniest little nub of this left. And I use this every night, so it's not going to be hard to get through. Now, I'm not one of those girls that's going to cut it open and scrape every last little bit out. However, I do really, really enjoy this. It's like $5, I think. And a little tube has lasted me. I think I diligently started using this a few months ago. And honestly, for me, I like getting through a lip balm relatively fast if I'm using it all the time. So the goal is to finish this. That's my 9 products. However, my point in saying that is I like this tiny little tube of product. It is 0.21 ounces or 6 grams in comparison to like look at the size comparison of these. e.l.f. and Milani. The Milani Strawberry Lemonade Lip Balm, it's really nice, but this is 0.45 ounces or 13.3 milliliters. Huh, this doesn't say the milliliters on it. Anyways, this is 0.21 ounces. This is 0.45. So this is literally 22 grams more. This is taking me so long to get through. I liked the flavor the first like third of this that I've used up. But now I'm over it. I'm not someone that likes the same flavor lip balm all the time. So these little e.l.f. ones, I can use them up just in enough time that I'm not sick of the lip balm flavor. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not tired of the grape flavor yet. But I will say, by the end of this tube, I'm not going to immediately go run and buy another flavor of grape. I'll probably try a different flavor and be just as satisfied. And then once that's used up, I'm going to switch to a different flavor. But yeah, I really like this and I want to get it used up. I think that's everything for the Project Pan. Really short, simple video, and I'm okay with that. Again, I will update you guys at the beginning of November. So stay tuned for that because I'm literally uploading this halfway through the month of September. So I felt, you don't need to see a 2-week update. I'm hoping, before I go anywhere, I'm hoping that by the end of September, I know I'm going to get through this. I at least want to hit 1 pan in my eyeshadows. I want to get through like half of the Murad sunscreen because I think that's pretty doable. Actually, if I'm using it every day, I should get through all of this by November. Yeah, I'm going to say I want to get this finished by November's update. These 2 things, we'll see when I get there. We'll see. It might take the end of the year to hit those pans. These 3, 4, I don't know. They're kind of up in the air. My main goal is to focus on these first. And then once I hit these pans and I move some product out, put some new products in, then maybe I can really hone in on these. Because it kind of just depends on how far I get through my goal on these this first time around to determine where it's going to go from there. Now, I will say, in the beginning of this, I don't know if I mentioned this is a rolling project pan in theory. I want to use products up, bring new products in. However, because this is at the end of the year, I know come January, once I'm done with this project, these specific items, I'm going to want to roll in entirely new products and start a whole new, like, actual rolling project pan. So I think for this time around, I'm not going to call this technically a rolling project pan because a rolling project pan means that once you use something up, you bring something in. Or if you are tired of using something or you're ready to move on to something else, you can roll something out to roll something in. So for example, if I get tired of trying to hit pan on my blush, right? I can roll it out for a month, put something else in, take a break from this essentially, and then maybe come back to it to hit that goal. So it allows some freedom to kind of change things up based on the progress that you've made on the items already in the project. But because we only have 4 months and there's only going to be 2 updates on this technically, I don't think I'm going to do a rolling project pan. I think I'm going to really focus these last 3.5 months technically on using up what I've already introduced to you guys. That was a long-winded version of saying I'm really going to work on these products and these products alone. I love talking. Anyways, I think that's everything for me now. Also, another update I forgot. Yes, the background's changed. And the reason for that is when I filmed these videos, it was in the bedroom because I moved everything into the bedroom because my family was in for a long weekend. And already, like, I filmed the first video and it was in front of my empty bookcase because I already packed all my books up. Didn't like it. And then obviously the videos weren't working. So then I re-recorded in the bedroom. I didn't like it. So then once my family left, I was like, let me figure this out. So I put me set up in front of this window in the spare bedroom because I figured the background of the like curtains and, you know, some days it might be like the actual background of like the tree in the backyard. I figured that would be a little more aesthetically pleasing than either a blank wall or an empty bookcase. So this will be the setup for the time being, probably until I move. Get used to it for like 6 months. Anyways, I think that's all the updates I have. This video was basically updates with a little bit of Project Pan. Anyways, let's wrap up. Okay, so I just want to say thank you for hanging out with me. I really, really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment down below. I would greatly appreciate it. It really helps me kind of figure out my analytics as a new channel. So again, thank you if you already have. If you haven't, I'm watching you. You can hear my dog. Anyways, I think that's everything. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope all of my updates made some kind of sense and that you are still excited to stick around and see me chit-chatting with you guys. Like I said, I will keep you updated when I post as frequently as possible, even though I might not be posting the same schedule every week. I'm gonna make it work because I do truly enjoy this. But I think that's everything for me. So again, thank you. I can't believe it. I always say that so many times, but I'm just very grateful. So with that said, I'm gonna hop off because I need to go to bed because I'm tired and I have an appointment tomorrow. But it's at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so I got some time to sleep in. Hoping that my dogs let me. I'm done. Have a good day, night, whenever you're watching this, and I am sure I will see you in another one, so bye.